Alright, so I apologize for not having this video out earlier. It's been finals week for me, and so it's kind of terrible, but before the actual test start, I figure I'd get this video out, and before the update rolls out, which should be in the next... It could happen tonight, or it could happen within another couple days, who knows. My honest expectation is within the next 24 hours. We'll see. So this is update patch 1.8. Add some cool features here. A lot of it regarding the dungeon. If you don't like the dungeon, you probably don't like this update in general. If you like the dungeon, this is generally a really good update. So the first thing they're adding is a third dungeon mode. It's the epic dungeon. So it's interesting here. So they're adding another, if any of you have played Dragon Souls, so they're adding orange skill, or orange gear, and along with the orange gear, there are orange skills, or epic skills as they call them, which you get by equipping an epic gear that you find in the epic dungeon. So in order to get into the epic dungeon, you have to first get a hero to orange. As soon as they're ranked orange, inside your regular dungeon, you will stop dropping you'll start dropping epic keys from regular chests, trap chests, anything like that. Also boss chests, there are a chance, but you'll probably not get one there. But you get keys from that, and then once you have 9 keys, you can go inside the epic dungeon, and then you can bring any heroes you want in the dungeon with you. You have to have at least one orange hero if you want the epic gear parts. And so when you're fighting through the epic dungeon, you'll find epic bosses, and once you defeat epic bosses, the heroes you have, each hero has their unique epic gear part. And so once you collect enough of the epic gear parts, and you have to use hero shards. So, but there's only about 12 heroes that are eligible for epic skills right now. But you have your epic hero shards and your epic gear parts, and once you have enough of them, there's a forge on every floor, and you can either buy their epic gear and then equip it to them, obviously, which unlocks an epic skill. Preview showed that Hexwitch's Despair skill now deals, like it would deal extra damage because of the epic skill, because usually her Despair skill doesn't deal damage, it just curses them, but it would make it so it also deals damage and some other stuff. So these epic skills, from what I've read, they should all be passive skills that they just add on cool abilities, but you can get them from inside the boss dungeon, or the epic dungeon, so you can buy the gear, and then you can also upgrade it, which I would assume increase its powers. I'm not sure how high the levels go, so you probably can't indefinitely use your hero shards, your spare hero shards you have for them, but you can to a point. But it looks like it's going to be kind of hard to get the epic keys to get into the boss dungeon, into the epic dungeon, as you can only receive 3 epic keys per day, exactly like the boss keys from the endless dungeon. As far as the epic dungeon, I don't believe there's anything more you really need to know, but on server 1, so server 1's the only server that will have the epic skills released right now, because you have to have orange ranked heroes in order to access that. So the gear level cap's being raised to orange, and then the level cap on the server is raised to 95. There's some buff differences in the dungeon Nothing super major. Tournament, I believe you can now save tournament lineups, so that will be, so when you're attacking someone new, you don't have to completely redesign your team each time. You can kind of swap in and out lineups. Nothing here, nothing here. Yeah, so this update's pretty much all in the dungeon. One new hero was added, some ice dude. He seems pretty decent. And then, of course, we have Chapter 12 that goes along with the new gear update. If you have any questions about the update, let me know. If there's anything new, I'll have more info out for you. And one thing that's probably the most important thing, well, not most important, but I just kind of skipped it. You will now be able to claim bonus torches like you do with your raid tickets. If you're a VIP any level, you go in, there's a quest, you just claim your free raid tickets every day. Well, there'll be also a way to do that with torches, which is based on your dungeon XP level and your guild perk. So I'm not entirely sure if you'll be able to get torches also from resetting the dungeons. I would assume not. But you can just claim them there, which is really nice because that means you won't have to reset your dungeon every day if you want more torches. So I'll actually be able to go past floor 47 because I'll have enough torches to do so. So that will really help a lot of dungeon runners. So I'm super excited for that. And also you'll be able to reset each dungeon independently of each other every day, which means if I want to reset the epic dungeon, I can do that and then later reset the endless dungeon. This is kind of nice because with the boss dungeon and the endless dungeon, you weren't able to swap back and forth, but now you can, which will be really nice. One last thing to note with the epic dungeon, it's a lot harder and it's going to burn through your torches twice as fast. So that's why it's nice to have these change to the torch usage, and it kind of makes it so you don't have to run dungeon every day constantly in order to get somewhere. But great update. I'm really excited about it for when it rolls out, and thanks, and let me know if you have any questions.